Here are celebrities who were exposed for lying about their past and caught red-handed. From billionaire to really rich, Kylie's self-made story took a wild turn. Kylie had the world convinced she was the youngest self-made billionaire and wasn't shy about it. She proudly declared she built her empire from zero, without a single cent of inheritance. The internet, however, raised an eyebrow. Or, millions of them. People pointed out the obvious. Growing up on reality TV, having a famous last name, and launching a brand with built-in global recognition isn't exactly the rags to riches tale she was selling. The backlash was loud, and Kylie later admitted she did have help. But then came the real twist. Forbes, the same people who gave her the title, took it back. Turns out, when she sold part of her company, financial documents revealed her business wasn't as massive as claimed. Forbes claimed her team of inflating numbers, and suddenly, Kylie went from billionaire to, still insanely rich. Just not that rich. She denied everything, of course, but hey, if you're gonna flex, at least make sure your bank statements aren't playing make-believe. Ariana says she manifested success, but was it really just privilege in disguise? Ariana loves to talk about manifestation. She even sang about it, because apparently, if you hum the right tune, fame just falls into your lap. She once told Jimmy Fallon she had a weird manifesting gift and claimed she magically willed herself into auditioning for Nickelodeon at age 4. But hold up, let's look at the receipts. That famous national anthem performance when she was 8? Her parents were season ticket holders, so she wasn't exactly plucked from obscurity. And speaking of her parents, her mom was the CEO of a high-powered company, and her dad ran a successful design firm. Translation, Ariana wasn't just a talented kid with big dreams. She had a golden elevator to stardom. People called her out for making it seem like she simply thought her way into fame when, in reality, she had some serious connections. Manifestation is cool and all, but let's be real. When your starting point is VIP access, the universe isn't doing all the heavy lifting. Victoria said she was working class, then David exposed her in the funniest way possible. Victoria proudly claimed in the Beckham documentary that she grew up working class. It was all very heartfelt until David casually popped his head in and asked, "Be honest, what car did your dad drive you to school in?" Victoria tried to dodge the question, insisting she was being honest. But David wasn't letting this one slide. After a little back and forth, she finally admitted, "Okay, in the 80s, my dad had a Rolls Royce." And just like that, her working class story crashed faster than a bad reality show. Because, let's be real, no one associates a Rolls Royce with humble beginnings. Twitter had a field day, roasting the idea that she was out here struggling while rolling up to school in a luxury car. Look, Victoria did work hard to make a name for herself, but let's not pretend she was raised on instant noodles and thrift store finds. If your version of working class includes a chauffeur, we need to redefine some things. Lana says she grew up poor, but the internet says, girl, be for real. Lana has really leaned into the whole tragic, small-town girl with no money aesthetic. In a since-deleted Instagram video, she claimed she was bullied at her elite boarding school for being white trash from Lake Placid, and that her family had absolutely no money. But the internet had questions. For starters, her father was a millionaire who financially supported her music career. Lana denied this, calling a 2012 article about it tabloid psycho untrue. But still, before her dad struck gold with his internet business, he was working in advertising, making designer furniture, and dabbling in real estate. Her mom? A teacher. Their wedding was even announced in the New York Times. Look, maybe she wasn't as rich as her classmates, but calling herself completely broke? That's a stretch. Fans have pointed out that her background sounds more comfortable middle class than hard knock life. Lana may be the queen of melancholic storytelling, but when it comes to her past, she might be romanticizing things just a tiny bit. Ian Ousley got cast as Sokka, but the internet cast doubt on his ancestry. Ian landed the role of Sokka in Avatar: The Last Airbender, a show meant to highlight Indigenous and Asian representation. His manager's bio proudly stated that Ian is mixed race, Native American, and a Cherokee tribe member. Sounds legit, right? Well, not exactly. internet detectives quickly noticed that Ian's name didn't appear in any of the 3 federally recognized Cherokee tribes. Instead, the only group to confirm his connection was the Southern Cherokee Nation of Kentucky, a group that has been widely criticized as unrecognized by official Cherokee governments. Yikes. This revelation set off a firestorm online, with people demanding that Netflix get the facts straight about his ancestry. A petition even called for transparency in Indigenous casting. Meanwhile, Ian has stayed very quiet on the matter, leaving fans to debate whether he was misunderstood or just misrepresenting. One thing's for sure, when the truth finally bends into shape, it'll be interesting to see where it lands. Kelsey Asbille landed a major role playing a Native American woman, but the real plot twist was her ancestry claims. Kelsey is best known for playing Monica on Yellowstone, a character deeply connected to Native American culture and activism. In interviews, she mentioned having Chinese, European, and Cherokee heritage, though she admitted she didn't grow up in a Native community. However, her casting sparked backlash when the Eastern Band of Cherokee Indians stated they had no record of her as a member or even as a descendant. This raised questions about her claims, especially since the New York Times had previously reported her Cherokee background. The drama only intensified when Salto actor Adam Beach called for a boycott of the show, arguing that actual Native actresses should be cast in these roles rather than those whose ancestry was questionable. Despite the backlash, Kelsey has never directly addressed the tribe's statement. But let's be real, if you're going to claim a connection to a culture, you might want to make sure the culture claims you back. Meghan Markle claimed she knew little about the royal family. Turns out that might be the real fairy tale. When Meghan sat down for her engagement interview, she insisted she didn't know much about the royals, but friends quickly disputed that, saying she had always been fascinated by them and even planned to move to London before meeting Harry. Then there was her Oprah interview, where she claimed she grew up as an only child. Her half-sister Samantha was quick to shut that down, pointing out that they shared the same father. Meghan's team later clarified that her statement was more about how she felt growing up. Her wedding story also had a rewrite. She once claimed she and Harry secretly married 3 days before their grand royal wedding, only for official records to prove that wasn't the case. Even the name of their daughter Lilibet came under scrutiny, with sources claiming the late queen wasn't actually asked for permission. At this point, Meghan's story has had more rewrites than a Hollywood script. But hey, at least she's keeping things entertaining. Robert Pattison lies so much in interviews, even he probably doesn't know what's true anymore. From clown chaos to fake careers, Robert has mastered the art of saying whatever sounds entertaining. In 2011, he told the Today Show he saw a clown die in a fiery circus accident. Later, he admitted he made it up because his real circus experience was too boring. Then there's the stalker incident. He once claimed a woman followed him everywhere in Spain, so he took her out to dinner and bored her so much she left. Turns out that never happened either. He also convinced the world he never washed his hair, but crew members on New Moon called his bluff. And don't even get started on his supposed career as a women's hand model. His own mom shut that one down on Jimmy Kimmel Live. At this point, Robert's interviews are basically an improv routine. Honestly, it's kind of impressive. If acting ever dries up, at least he's got a solid backup as a professional storyteller.